Good morning. Welcome to Morning Brew with, yes, your girl Germaine on this bright sunny Tuesday. Happy to be here and hope everybody's doing well. Give me a second. I am just turning off my phone ringer so there is no interruptions. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm brewing my coffee. Yes, my hazelnut coffee today we are having. And I hope you have a few minutes to stop by. So, I feel like I wanted to be in the season of just thankfulness. So today's message or today's brew is giving thanks for purpose in every season. It's that season. We should always be thankful, but yes, we are in that season, closing out a year, holiday time, family gatherings, all that good stuff, really being thankful for those that have been a part of our lives, for the strangers that we have met along the way. And here we are. So we're going to continue in this vein and hopefully something resonates with you and you can take something away from it. Okay. Um, Still trying to get my voice right. It's still a little scratchy, but I feel good. No more flu, no more sickness. I feel good. Just got to get this voice right. But nevertheless, if you're stopping by, I wanted to start, and thanks to Leslie, one of our faithful watchers, but I wanted to start just seeing where people are chiming in from, if they're chiming into the actual, conversation. So if you are chiming in, let me know where you are chiming in from. Excuse me, anywhere in the United States, anywhere on a global platform, let me know. I would love to know where we need to visit as we are preparing for our tours coming up. And so, with that being said, let's get into today's brew, giving thanks for purpose in every season. So, gratitude for the lessons, breakthroughs, pruning, stretching, and preparation. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of that today. So, let's get into it. So, people are craving more than productivity. They want meaning, alignment, and clarity. They're realizing that purpose isn't only revealed in the highs, but in the pruning season also, the waiting season, the stretching season, and the seasons that refine them. So, give me a second. Let me get my coffee so I can get my voice right. Maybe I just need something warm on my throat. But so, are you in any of those seasons? Let me go back through that again while I'm preparing my coffee. Are you in any of those seasons? The waiting season, the pruning season, the stretching season, the season that you're being refined right now. Are you in any of those seasons of your life right now? And if you are, I'm sorry, y'all, I got a spoon in here that's making a lot of noise. But if you are in any of those seasons of your life, giving thanks for purpose in every season reshapes how we view growth, challenges, and divine timing. So, do an assessment, do some inventory, see what season you're in your life right now, and just keep this in mind. Giving thanks for purpose in every season will reshape how you view growth, challenges, and divine timing. All right. All right. So hold on. As I am preparing this. All right. Making a little noise. I know it's in this metal cup. I can't wait for my new cups to come in. Hi, Jessie Moss, 92775. Good morning, sister, over on Instagram, coming from Sacramento. waking up early with us because there is a 3 hour difference. But glad to have her always chiming in, our faithful um, followers. And so today, just to let those know that are chiming in right now, today's brew is giving thanks for purpose in every season. So this is a part of our thankful series. Okay. And so now let's just talk a little bit more about it, but we're going to pour into purpose right now. It's that time where we break it all down, right? To really help give you some insight, some things to think about, and along this journey. So this journey, is never easy. It is never easy, but hey, we're on it. Thank God for it, right? So every season teaches you something necessary. Yes, it does. I think it's so important to identify the season you're in your life, which means sometimes you have to take a pause, you have to slow down, and you have to just assess. I know we're so busy, but we will be missing some very important things if we don't take a moment to just slow down, reset, look, and really do inventory, really do just really look and see what's happening in that moment. We miss a lot of moments because busy is the thing. It's not a badge of honor, but it's the thing that we always find ourselves doing, right? All right, so let's get into every season teaches us something necessary. The lesson may not be loud, but it is always life shaping. Yes, sometimes the very thing you need to hear comes like a little subtle, quiet, still voice. But when we're so busy and there's so much chaos and so much loudness going on around us, how can you even hear it? You miss it because you can't hear it. Even uncomfortable seasons carry wisdom that prepares you for what's next. Is anyone in an uncomfortable season right now? Is it uncomfortable for you right now as we're even talking about this? Pay attention then. Hopefully, something will resonate with you to give you a different angle or perspective or viewpoint on how you see it. Okay. All right. So, excuse me, I might need to get a sip because, like I said, I think I might need something hot on my throat. Trying to let this, my little sugar stick finish melting. It's almost there. Okay. So, purpose becomes clearer when you honor the reason behind each season. If you notice, the whole, Morning Brew with Germaine is all purpose driven. That's why our tagline is take a pause so we can pour into purpose, right? Take a pause to pour into purpose, or we have our segment pour into purpose. It's really wanting people to tap in and get to that place. Why am I even here? What is my purpose? So hopefully some of these coffee brews will help you really open up your mind, gain clarity of understanding purpose, and also helping you see life much more clear, right? Because everybody seems to be so busy. We're so busy that we're missing out on life and what's important. Please, if I can give you anything, really take a pause just so you can pour into purpose, so you can really assess what is happening around you, so you're sensitive to those things. And it's not like, boom, another day is gone. Where has it gone? Where has this year gone? Right? Oh my goodness. So I am, just so you know, I'm going to throw this in right now. I don't want to call it a shameless plug. No, it's not a shameless plug, but I'm going to throw it in right now. So, doing these morning brews, this is our 8th month, and I've been so excited. But the way morning brews, well, you might not know if you're new to morning brew, really also challenging the community, challenging those that are connected or those that are just stopping by or, coming in and out, whatever it may be. But what I decided to do is really do a collective piece, so I'm putting together this journal that will be ready for this holiday season to take you into the new year. And pretty much what it's doing is taking all those questions that, we plant these seeds, give you some thought-provoking questions to reflect on and everything. So questions, some challenging spaces where you can really think about how you're pouring into purpose. So that journal is soon to come. Morning Brew's journal. Yes, Morning Brew's journal is soon to come. So you can actually, I think the pre-sales will be available this week, but it will be available this month. So I really, really want to make sure people have something that they can just take with them every single day. Every single day. So when they take that pause and they're pouring into purpose, they have a roadmap to be able to help them along the way. So you can go back and flip through maybe some of the questions, some of the topics that can really help you along your journey. Because listen, nobody wants to be in crash mode. Trust me, you don't. You want to get the proper rest. You want to make sure you're treating your body good so it can treat you good, right? So with that being said, let's pour a little more into purpose. And yes, Jesse, thank you. You have to take your time to calm down. Yes, you're absolutely right. Sometimes we're on 10 and don't even know why. We just know we're on 10 because we found a way to function in that space like that instead of really getting the true essence of who we are and not always being busy, busy, busy to the point you never really know who are you outside of busy. So let's continue to pour. Breakthroughs are built on seasons of pruning and stretching. So for those that may not know, pruning means the cutting back. You prune trees so they can grow more healthier. You cut back on them, right? Same thing with our lives. What areas of our lives do we need to prune? Do we need to cut back? Do we need to cut away? Do we need to get rid of? Excuse me. Think about it. And then where do we need to be stretched because we're playing it so safely, Where do we need to be stretched at? Stretched to the limit because there's more in you than you realize. Yes, but you might be afraid to tap into that. So it's time to stretch, 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 stretch. You know how you stretch before you work out, right? For those that work out a lot or those that's getting back into it. But stretching, yes, we have to stretch ourselves. There's so much more in us that we have no idea. But if you're so busy and you're so moving about, you forget to be thankful about what you have accomplished or what you have access to or what, I don't know, even what you're chasing, being so busy. All right, let's get back into breakthroughs. Breakthroughs are built on seasons of pruning and stretching. What feels like loss or discomfort may actually be growth disguised. Listen, anything worthwhile, anything that's growing, anything, a tree can't grow up in the soil out of the ground and not feel something because it's breaking through that hard ground, Some trees even grow in concrete, in those little cracks, but it's breaking through something. So think about it. Are you breaking through something and you may feel some discomfort? It may feel like there's loss or there really has been loss. So it could actually be growth disguised in those forms. Think about it. I want you to begin to think about things differently. And let me just give a shout out to Brian DeCausey over on Facebook. Good morning, my brother. High school years. Woo, let's not tell our age, right, Brian? Good morning. Thank you so much for stopping by. Morning Brew. Good to see you. Or good to have you in the conversation. So just so you know, let me catch you up. We're talking about our brew topic once again, giving thanks for purpose in every season. Every season. So let's continue to pour while we're dealing with breakthroughs are built on seasons of pruning and stretching. So stretching, it increases your capacity for what God is bringing to you. Have you ever looked at it from that standpoint? When we're stretching, we're increasing our capacity for more. Yes, more. Okay, guys, listen, my coffee's ready. Let me just take a quick sip. I don't know. What are you guys drinking? Have you already had your coffee for the day, your tea, your juice? Are you drinking water? Let me know what you're drinking. But give me a sec. Ooh, guys, that is so good. Coffee is probably not the best thing for you, especially when you put a lot of cream in it like I do. I definitely need some sugar in it. Yeah, I could probably do without certain things, but man, that is good. Okay. All right, guys, let's continue. Let's continue to pour. Preparation often happens in private before elevation shows up in public. I can definitely believe that. Even here on Morning Brew, when I introduce new things to the community on Morning Brew, how we're just growing and, really giving a place for those to share the power of their stories. So, as we're growing, things are being prepared privately before we make it known publicly. So take for instance, we literally just launched, we officially launched our official collection for Morning Brew with Germaine's merchandising store. Our shop is open. This is just the first collection. There's so many items still coming, but it took preparation. We had to prepare behind the scenes. And by the way, you can go to, let me just tell you where you can go since I'm plugging it right now. By the way, stop by Morning Brew with Germaine.com so you can pick up some merchandise. And remember, yesterday I did say, when I officially put it out there, I said for the first 5, I'm going to add 5 to 10 because we've already hit 5. So the first 5 to 10 people, I'm going to add that you'll get a free journal, Morning Brew journal. You just got to buy one item from our shop. Yes, and be within those 10. And I'll make sure you get that. Okay? All right, guys. So let me get back to this. Let me get back to, let's hide that. Okay. All right. So we're going to pour a little more into this final segment, right? Purpose unfolds in phases, not perfection. Purpose, don't get it twisted. Purpose unfolds in phases, not perfection. Let me break that down a little more. You are not meant to understand it all at once. Think about it. God don't reveal everything to you at once. No, some things you got to go through to get to, right? So you may, excuse me, let me say that again. You are not meant to understand it all at once. Your purpose is revealed step by step. Let me tell you, the journey is the journey can be long. And I want you to look at it from this standpoint. When you're born as an infant child, right? In need someone to help you start out in this journey. And so you're mainly carried when you're first born, right? Because you haven't gotten the strength in your legs to start crawling, let alone walking. Forget about running. But as you are growing, right? That's why an infant child is not going to know what you know at your present age today. No, you have to live some life. You have to go through some things of becoming who you're purposed to be. And along that journey, if you pay attention, you will discover purpose. What am I here for? Why am I here? And a lot of times people look at the real big things. It's like, it got to be so grandiose, so it has to be so big. No, purpose does not have to function like that. As it's being unfolded to you and you're learning more and more step by step, you come into a place, and this is how I look at it. What is the thing in your life, right? When you want to look at what is purpose and what is purpose going to look like in my life? How is it showing up in my life? What is it? I always say, what is the one consistent fiber throughout your entire life, your entire being, that you will do it? It literally feels like plugging in and being charged, getting life from it, right? It's not based on monetary gain or anything like that. Like, how much money can I make? We're not talking about pimping out your purpose. No, not at all. But what is that one thing that flows through you that you just can't live without? It's like breathing. It's like breathing, right? Think about it. Purpose is tied up in there somewhere. So take your eyes off of people and what you think purpose is should look like based on looking at other people's lives. No, focus inwardly on you. What is that very thing that gives you charge, that gives you life? I cannot live without it. I feel like I can't breathe if I'm not doing it. What is it? Yeah, live, laugh, love, and smile. Yes, I love that. So think about that. All right. All right, guys, let's continue to pour some more into purpose. Gratitude for every phase deepens your faith and sharpens your perspective. That's a good one. I need a little drink on that. Hold on. Let me say that again. I think this heat is helping my throat, my voice. Gratitude for every phase deepens your faith and strengthens your perspective. That's why we need to be grateful. Yes, I'm telling you. And a lot of times, guys, we just live life and we forget the small things. We're going to get into our reflection questions that's going to stretch you in that area of what I want to just leave with you to reflect on. But before we get there, I want you to think about even today. Did you wake up grateful today? Did you say thank you? Did you say thank you to somebody? And I know it's early, but it's never too late. Gratitude for every phase deepens your faith. Faith is the very thing you can't see, right? But but you just know. So, and sharpens your perspective. So, let's get into this. Each season, busy, quiet, painful, joyful, plays a role in who you are becoming. Each season is just like our 4 seasons, right? Some places in the world, like here where I am in Connecticut, we deal with 4 seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall, right? We deal with 4 seasons. Right now we're in that winter season. So it's gonna be cold. It's cold outside now. Even though the sun is shining so bright. But nevertheless, I was just in a place where they don't deal with 4 seasons. So, but the thing is, just like with us, gratitude, being grateful in every season, purpose in every season of our life. So be grateful, be thankful, because listen, we can't do this by ourselves. That's why community is so important. We cannot do this alone. We need each other. We do. We need one another. So here we go, guys. This is a part we all can take part in. Now that we finished with our pour into purpose segment, this is a part I want everybody to take part in. Yes, this is our. All right. So in this segment, in our reflection questions, I give you 2 to 3 questions, yes, that are for you. It's for me too. I am the first partaker in everything that I do. So with that, be myself back in because hopefully it didn't go blank the screen. But nevertheless, question number 1, which season am I currently in? Am I in my pruning season, my stretching season, my waiting season, my growing season, or my receiving season? That's a good one. That's a good one. Let me say that again. Which season are you in currently? Are you in your pruning, your stretching, your waiting, your growing, or your receiving? So if I had to say which season I was in right now, I have gone through the stretching, the waiting. I'm in my growing and receiving season. Actually, I'm in kind of both. I'm growing. So, and I'm going to use this platform. I'll use my platform as an example, like I always do, right? I'm in a growing season. We are growing constantly. We're growing. The community's building. We're interacting and meeting new people. We're cultivating new relationships. People are right now sharing their stories. I mean, right now it's been great. So, yes, we are going to run a holiday special as a publisher. Also, for those that want to write their story and get it out in 2026, it's time. It's time to write your story. It's time to share your story, the power of your story. And then, as you're plugged into this community, listen, you're never going to be by yourself because we're going to actually, we've created these platforms to be able to help you get your stories out to the masses. So, yes, this is that season. So, and everybody has a story to tell. So, yes, we are in a growing season, and we're also receiving, and I say receiving because every new person that shows up to Morning Brew, it's me receiving more family members. Every single person. So, thank you for joining the Morning Brew and Hope of Vision Publishing family. Thank you. Continue to come in, continue to sip, have coffee with us, tea, whatever you're drinking. Listen, you don't have to be a coffee drinker. Whatever you want to drink, just stop by for conversation. Okay, so that was question one. Question number two. What has this season taught me or you about yourself, your faith, or your purpose? Let me say that again. What has this season taught you about yourself, your faith, and your purpose, or your purpose? So remember, these are questions. You don't have to answer them right away because some of these questions, you're going to need to let them marinate a little. You're going to need to let them marinate a little. And so, or brew a little, or steep a little, whichever. But I want you to really think about these. I really want you to think about these questions. And this is why we're bringing this journal to you, because now you have a place with the questions and where you can write. Okay. So, all right, guys, let's continue to the third question. How can I practice gratitude even in the parts of my season that feels uncomfortable? I'm gonna say this. When you are uncomfortable and you are in places, sometimes gratitude may be the very thing you need. It may be the very thing you need to do is give thanks, be grateful in order to take some of that uncomfortability away. Because I don't know, it's something about when you can genuinely just give thanks or really allow somebody to know how much you appreciate them and you are just grateful for them being in your life. Not it's not just the person that's receiving it that feels the joy of receiving it, but even you being the giver of it feels the joy of giving it. Try practicing that. If you are somebody that does not give thanks or doesn't really acknowledge people, because what I'm realizing, what may be easy for me may not be easy for others, right? I'm realizing that from Morning Brew and a lot of the guests that we bring on. So if it's something that you need to work on, just being grateful, showing gratitude, being thankful, a little step at a time. Start with one person, start with yourself. Stand in the mirror and just say, I am so thankful for you. I am so thankful to be a part of your life. I am so grateful that we have accomplished so much on this journey together. Start with yourself. Practice in the mirror. No, you're not crazy. Practice in the mirror. It makes it a little easier when you now have to tell someone. And a lot of times I wonder if it's hard for us because we don't like to be rejected or we don't know how the people are going to respond to it. We don't want to look weak or anything. Trust me, you won't look weak. I'm telling you, something shifts within oneself when they exercise and practice being thankful and grateful. And listen, if you don't believe me, try it. So those are the three questions in our reflection questions that you can go back to. So, we're getting ready to get into our final sip. I'm getting so much better with my time. Yep. I am trying to keep it slow. I'm trying to keep these conversations a little closer, a little tighter, but But nevertheless, we're coming into our final sip section. But before we get into the final sip, I always like to just share a few things of what's happening. So what I want to do, I want to be able to, let me see if I could do this. I want to be able to, yes, I'm excited about the Morning Brew shop is open. And so I want to be able to share with you what is going on. Hold on, let me bring that up. Yes. So let me share with you our Morning Brew shop. It is up, it is running. Let me pull it up so you can get the full picture of it. Yes, so this is our signature collection. Morning Brew with Germaine. We have candles, scented candles. We have ornaments because yes, we're in the holiday season that you can hang on your tree or just hang somewhere around the house. We have just a reminder, right? Got to chime into Morning Brew for our conversation today. We have bags that you can carry all the journals and your mugs, that you're going to need when we start our Morning Brew book club in January. So make sure you stop by, grab a mug. I'm waiting for my mugs to come in. I'm so excited. So I can now be drinking from my own signature mug, right? And so, but there's so much more that's coming. For those with iPhones, yes, we have iPhone cases. Sorry, Android holders like myself, not yet. But and there is thermal cups. There's the ice insulated cups. That's a 40-ounce cup also. Sports cups for your water, your juices, whatever you're drinking. But this is the start of our collection. You can go right onto the website, which is morningbrewwithgermaine.com, and go shopping. Holiday time, right? Always a reminder that, listen, you're a part of a bigger community, definitely bigger than myself, and stop in, grab something. So, hey, when you're chiming in the Morning Brew, you're doing it from your cup, your mug, whatever you're drinking from. So I'm excited about it. There's some more apparel that's going to be coming. There's so much more. You'll see the journal collections. Those will be posted up. But stop by morningbrewwithgermaine.com and yes, make sure you pick something up. And for, like I said, the first 10 buyers, we will make sure you get a copy of the journal. All right, guys. So let's keep moving on. Thank you for allowing me to share. And once again, for those that are supporting Morning Brew, yes, I know you've been asking, how can I support? As little as $1, you can just go buy me a coffee. I'll appreciate it. And I promise you, I will pay it forward in our community. That's why we do all this. Yes, to give back, to share. And so thank you if you want to share, buy me a coffee, you can do that just by going to Morning Brew. Actually, is buymeacoffee.com/Morning Brew with Germaine. So just for $1, where can you get coffee now for $1? A lot of places it's no longer $1, right? So anyway, yes, $1 goes a long way. People don't realize it. Collectively, as we pull it all together, we're able to really help those that have stories, those that want to be able to give back, giving people access into places to help their vision go forward. So listen, it's not just collecting dollars, right? It's really giving back to the community as a collective whole. So thank you so much for all those that pour into Morning Brew with Germaine and the community. I appreciate you. And like I say, I love you more than you will ever know, genuinely. And so, all right, guys, now we're going into this segment, the final sip. So this is the segment where I like to just leave you some things from today's message or today's brew. So purpose is not seasonal, it's continual. Yes. God is working in every chapter of your life. The chapter that strengthens you, the chapter that stretched you, the chapter that slowed you down, and the chapter that pushed you forward. So gratitude helps you see purpose, not just in the harvest, but in the planting, the pruning, and the preparation. So you know how we do, guys. We sip slow. And now I want to leave you 3 call to actions. I want you to name one blessing in your current season, even if it's hidden beneath discomfort. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I forgot. For those that do chime in over on Facebook, yes, Facebook has welcomed me in. You can click the stars if you want to. You can also, from there, you can click the stars and also sew into being a support for Morning Brew. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I'm still learning how it all works. So bear with me. All right. So, number 2, call to action that I want to live with you. Thank God for a past season that shaped you more than you realized. Don't forget to thank God through the whole entire journey. But a past season that shaped you more than you realized, you didn't even see it coming, but it showed up for you, right? And number 3, this is something that I want us all to do right now. Affirm out loud. So let's do this. Repeat after me. Every season of my life is preparing me for purpose. Every season, let's say it together. Or, you can repeat after me because I'm looking at it as I'm reading it. So just repeat after me. Every season of my life is preparing me for purpose. Affirm that out loud to yourself, okay? Let me say it one more time. Every season of my life is preparing me for purpose. So those are the 3 call to actions. And as we bring it all to a close, because every season, whether celebrated or survived, is part of your becoming. I love that word, becoming. Yes, it shows that you're evolving. All right. So now, guys, what I need to say, you must stop by for coffee tomorrow because, yes, we have guests in studio for Mixed Blend Wednesdays. And boy, are we going to mix it up tomorrow. It is going to be all centered around AI. Yes, AI. Yes, we're bringing it back. AI. But this time we're bringing it back with a team. So, with that being said, make sure you stop by and have coffee, tea, juice with me tomorrow, okay? You don't want to miss this, especially if you're somebody that wants to know more about how does this AI really work? How can I really effectively use this and not be afraid of it? Chime in tomorrow. We'll be here, Mixed Blend Wednesdays. So thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for, once again, I'm going to repeat this before we leave, that giving thanks for purpose in every season. Have a great day. Please be safe. And thank you for all those that stopped by and chimed in. Brian, good to see you. Make sure you stop by again, okay? Talk to you soon. And Jessie, as always, thank you, girl. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.